I feel like every girl is a hobby girl now, and I am absolutely here for it. As most of you may know, I have ADHD, so I think I am more than qualified to talk about this topic because I have probably had every single hobby under the sun. The amount of money I must have invested in trying different hobbies, I dread to think about. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jay, and what I'm going to be doing today is discussing 8 hobbies that you can pick up in 2025, but this is specifically for those lazy girls. I'm a lazy girl and I am so proud to admit it. I am so low effort, it is unfunny. I don't want to be putting all my energy and all my brain power into something. I just don't. I want someone to tell me exactly what hobbies I should be having in 2025 that's going to help me chill out, and that's also going to be low cost and like low supply as well. These are 8 hobbies that I have come up with that are going to tick all of those boxes for you girlies. These are also great hobbies if you're just a girl that wants to sit watching TV and doing it as well. There isn't enough of that. I don't want a hobby to take all of my time and all of my brain power, okay? There is nothing I like more than watching a good crime documentary and sitting down with my hobby, whatever that might look like. At the minute, it's crochet. So we're just gonna jump straight in with hobby number 1, and that is adult colouring books. And these have been absolutely everywhere recently, I swear. If it isn't the most adorable freaking colouring books that you've ever seen with these cute Sylvanian looking characters, it's the actual markers being on sale everywhere. And you can pick them up really cheap. I think Tesco did a really good offer on a massive like marker set. I've also seen them on TikTok shop, so it's really accessible and really cheap. And I think you can even get the colouring books on TikTok shop as well, and they are just like so wholesome. They're like these really sweet designs, the ones that I've seen, where like I say that they're like Sylvanian families characters, and people have just got so into them and have gone so like to town with the designs. I think it's absolutely fab because I could never be that creative. I'm such a like stick to the rules kind of person, and the thought of like doing shading and everything just blows my mind. I have zero creativity when it comes to stuff like that. My free will is not free willing. But yeah, they're just so adorable, so kind of like mindless, where you can just sit there and do it and just really zone out and just make it just so cute. I think it's just something so wholesome, something so gentle and soft, and just a really lovely hobby to have. The next hobby on my list is puzzles. And I know it sounds kind of old lady, but there's actually some really cool puzzles out there. I know that sounds awful. I sound like such a geek, but I don't even care. In December, right, I bought my first puzzle. I don't think I've ever bought a puzzle before. I was like, yeah, I can totally do this. It was like 1,000 pieces. I'm gonna like try and build up so I can do it professionally, or like not professionally, what like where you competitively puzzle and you do it like timed, like that would be sick. Turns out I'm actually really shit at puzzles. They're a lot harder than they look, and when you go straight in with like the 1,000 pieces, yeah, I think I overshot it a little bit, but I spent like 3 days focusing on this puzzle. I had it all laid out on the kitchen table here, and I was just into it. I gave myself such backache, but it was actually really fun, and it was really like challenging in a way. I don't know, it just really did something to my ADHD brain. So it was really fun. It was a really nice little thing to do, and I haven't I literally only done a puzzle once before that. So it was just a really nice thing. And I went to the charity shop the other day and I found this stunning, it was like a Jane Austen type puzzle, and it was like all the characters, and I was so close to picking it up, and I kicked myself ever since. I need to go back and get it and see if it's still there. But yeah, I love how you see it all come together, and then it's like all the fun, and like it's that dopamine hit of like when you find the right piece and get it into place and you're like, yes, done it. And yeah, some people get so into it, like they have the full board. So I could just imagine like having a tray, having a board, doing it in the living room, or like watching something on telly while puzzling. And I just really found that like after doing that puzzle, I was really starting to get it. Like I knew what I was looking for. My brain was finding the patterns. And I think that's like another thing. It helps with like your pattern recognition and just keeping your brain like stimulated. So who knows, maybe this time next year I'll be doing it competitively. Oh, and also just to add, it's great fun to do with friends and family. It's great to do by yourself. So yeah, I can't recommend puzzles enough. Go get yourself a puzzle. Okay, so the next one, you don't even need to go out and buy anything, and that is making aesthetic Pinterest boards or digital collaging. And this one I actually really like because it's just a really nice creative outlet without having to spend a penny on anything. All you have to do is download the Pinterest app and then you can go to town on making these really cute boards. I see it all the time, like people making aesthetic collages for Instagram and stuff. It's just a bit of fun. Not just that, it's really building transferable skills. I know that sounds so but it actually is. Like, if you think about it, you do it for fashion, you're technically like building a wardrobe for somebody, you're technically like dressing somebody, or you know, you could do it for characters. There's just so many different things, and if you ever wanted to be a personal shopper or anything like that, that is just ideal. But it doesn't have to be limited to fashion. That was just like the first thing in my head. You could do boards for like lazy girl hobbies for 2025. I'll let you have that one for free. But there's just so much that you can actually do. It's just important to note as well, like not every hobby and not every outlet has to be something that you can monetize. It's so important to not make your hobby your work, because then you're defeating the point of having a hobby. Like, you'll initially enjoy it, but then it will just end up draining you. So I think it's really important to just do these things for fun, you know, and just to feel like a kid again, you know, just mess around, just play with things and see what happens. The next one, I don't think many people are gonna wanna hear this, but you could learn a language. Because all you have to do is sit on your bum. You don't have to do anything. And the reason I don't think many of you want to hear this is because I am talking about Duolingo and our favourite little owl. Okay, I've got the Duolingo app. I'm trying to teach myself Japanese. I have not tried to learn Japanese for about a year. I think my little owl is not with us anymore. I'm surprised the app hasn't just up and deleted itself at this point. But it's actually a really cool hobby that's really useful. I feel like Duolingo is a really easy way to learn a language. It's a really fun way to learn a language. I've never had to use that language in real life, so I don't know how accurate the language teaching is, but it's just something that's fun. It's just something that's new, and maybe you've got a holiday booked in for this year that's coming up and you think, oh, well, actually, I could spend a week, 2 weeks, a month learning Spanish, for example. Then you got the basics to get by there. It's just something fun, isn't it? Like, saying you know a language or saying that you can speak such amount of a language. It's just a really cool thing to say, and I feel like all of these hobbies that I've listed enrich your life in some way, whether that's mentally or, like I say, even physically, in learning a language and being able to communicate with people in a better way. I think that's a really cool thing. So all you got to do is download that app and you're ready to go. You don't need to pay for anything. You don't even have to download the app. There is so many YouTube videos out there that will teach you languages. Just have fun with it, you know, even if your goal is to literally learn hello, how are you? It's more than most people. The next one I've already spoken about, but I'm here to speak about it again, and that is one of my most favorite hobbies, crochet. So at the end of 2024, I picked up crochet. I hadn't crocheted for a good long while, so I was really rusty. But I made a whole baby blanket for my nephew, who's going to be here soon. It's really just got me back into it, and I've got a list of projects that I want to complete for this year. I'm not setting myself a target or a goal to have them finished by such and such date. I'm just going to have fun with it. Just going to experiment and see how it goes. And it's the thing that's replaced my cross stitch. It's literally crime doc and crochet. That is the dream. That is the dream combo. And you can just sit there and chill, and you don't need to buy loads of fancy equipment. You literally need one crocheting hook and a ball of yarn or two, and that's it. And it's not expensive. Personally, I'm self-taught. The only way I crochet is to go from videos on YouTube. So you can find all of that for free. You don't need to buy a book or any special classes or anything. You can literally just find what it is you want to make on YouTube and follow the tutorial, because there is hundreds of really talented people out there that are just so helpful in teaching you how to crochet different things. And I learn best from a video anyway, and not written instructions. So that works really well for me. I can just chill out, I can cross stitch and and just enjoy it and make something beautiful at the end, because it's just something really special about homemade things, I think, and I just thought that's really nice. The next easy hobby to pick up for 2025 is beading, and I've known a few people that have started doing this year, and I've actually seen quite a lot of beading equipment in like charity shops and stuff. And what I really love about beading is that it's really simple and you don't need any particular skill for it. It's so easy to make friendship bracelets or phone charms. I personally used to make my own earrings and stuff, which always turned out funky and fun because there's just nothing in the world that's going to be like them apart from yours, which is just so nice. So I just used to buy all my stuff from eBay, like all the charms and stuff, but you don't need to go like heavy with it. You can just like have a design maybe in mind and just buy what it is to make that one thing, and then that's it. I always think friendship bracelets are really sweet because obviously you can give them to your friends. Or there's like, it's such a big thing, isn't it, to like go to a concert, and like I've seen it all over the Eras tour, people were giving out friendship bracelets to people. I just think that is so wholesome and nice. So if you've got anything like a concert booked in or a festival, how fun would it be to go with your own made friendship bracelets and trade them with people, because you know it's completely unique, like they're completely yours, and that's just really special, I think. So yeah, it's something that you can just sit, watch TV and do, and make some really cute designs. I feel like it's just really fun, really girly, and yeah, you can't not like it. Oh, okay. So number 7 is one that I actually picked up early last year as well, and that's doing painting by numbers. And it kind of gives me the same vibes as like doing puzzles, which sounds a bit crazy, but I think because you fill in each of the sections until it's complete, that's kind of where I'm making that connection. But I used to do painting by numbers as a kid all of the time. Like every weekend I remember sitting down with my painting by numbers to get this like picture finished, and it was always like a horse or a dolphin or something. I think they probably only made 5 different designs back in the day for painting by numbers. I actually found that like I really wanted to paint, but I'm not that confident in my style or painting to create something that I'd feel proud of. So having painting by numbers allowed me to have that painting mindfulness without having to think too much about, okay, I've got to draw a design, or I've got to just put paint to paper and start painting something that's going to turn out amazing. It just took that added stress and pressure away from me, which was actually really freeing and really nice. And I could just, okay, let's just pick, this is number 20, let's just find colour number 20, and then you just slowly paint it and fill it in. And I wasn't in a rush, I wasn't, you know, trying to stress about it. It was just something that ended up being really mindful and relaxing. Again, like the adult colouring book, although painting by numbers just takes away another added stress for me because it literally tells me what colour needs to go where. I don't have to think, I don't have to use my brain at all, which is just a delight for somebody with ADHD. So if you've never tried it before, I'd just recommend finding like a small little canvas, have a little play, have a little practice. There's actually so many cute designs now that actually come out looking like something you'd want to display after you've done it, rather than having these really blocky colours. I'll try and find like a picture of the painting by numbers that I had, because yeah. And we're on to our final hobby you can pick up as a lazy girl for 2025, and that is cozy gaming. And I think a lot of people look over gaming as a hobby. They're just like, oh no, that's just gaming. But it is a hobby, you know? I'm so into my gaming, I always have been, especially like my slower cozy games like Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley. Like I only started to play Stardew Valley end of last year, but I'd already watched a ton of videos on it, and I'm obsessed with it. I just love it so much, and it just really helps get me out of my own head and my own space. And I'll just chill on the sofa, I'll put a movie on or a background show or something, and I'll just play, and it's just really nice to get into it and feel like you're progressing something, especially games that are like farming sims, because I love it. I absolutely love it. It's my dream to have my own plot and my own veggies, and maybe one day some chickens and stuff too. So it's just really nice and really wholesome, and it's nice to feel not pressured or not rushed when doing something. Like there's no real goal, there's no real task. It's just very slow paced and very relaxing, and I really enjoy that, you know? A lot of games that I've played, you kind of have to to play through them. Like, I'm a big horror games fan, so if I'm playing something like Until Dawn, it's cool and relaxing because it's like you are gaming, but at the same time, yeah, you're put on edge. It's meant to scare you. You know, you've kind of got clear set goals, whereas with these kind of cozy games and just cozy gaming in general, you don't really have a goal. You're kind of coaxing along in life. And it just feels really nice to coax for a little bit, you know, just relax and let life happen around you, I guess, just for a minute. And even if you don't have access to a PlayStation, a Switch, or any of those kind of consoles, there's still loads of cozy games that you can get for your phone, and they are free, or you end up paying like £1 or £2. And there's so many like Facebook groups you can join and stuff like that, where you're part of a community. That's another thing that I really like about Animal Crossing and stuff, is that I'm part of an Animal Crossing community, I'm part of a cozy gaming community. So it's just really nice to hear about new games, chat about the game that you're enjoying, and just have that again for yourself, you know, it's something for you. That is everything that I have for you guys today. That is my 8 hobbies for 2025 for the lazy girl who doesn't want to spend too much, get too many supplies, and just kind of wants to chill out. I really hope that you guys have enjoyed this video and you have found it useful. Let me know down below if you've tried any of these hobbies, or if you're going to be picking any of these up. Personally, I'm going to get more puzzles for sure, because I am determined to get better. I'm also definitely going to be doing more crochet. Like I say, I've got my own little crochet list of things I want to make this year. They're my main 2 that I'm going to be focusing on. But I'll probably throw in there trying to continue with learning Japanese, doing some more painting or painting by numbers, and I'm gonna have a hell of a lot more gaming. So that's my year wrapped up in terms of hobbies. I'm gonna try and not adopt any other new hobbies, but we'll see, because I'm very impulsive and have no self-control. Thanks so much for being here, guys. It's been really fun to share this with you, and I hope to see you in my next video. Make sure you are subscribing and giving me a massive thumbs up, because that lets me know that you love what I do here and you are an active member of this thriving community. I'll catch you in the next video, guys.